everyone. In tonight's free video, I just want to point out some levels that we're beginning to approach and just to keep an eye on as a trader on the S&P 500 or even the Dow, but I'm going to take a look at the S&P 500 here. I just want to point out a couple of things real quickly. Number one, where we are. We're at a pretty significant level here, and I believe that we're going to start seeing some significant resistance start coming into play very soon. And there's a couple reasons why. Number one, I'm going to draw a line that just represents from this low to that high up here. This is that initial move that we made that started in March of 09 and then terminated in June. Pulled back a little bit. Nothing real significant. We pulled back from what? 950 roughly down to about 850. So we pulled back 100 points and then we continued the move higher. Now, if I measure this with my extension, I'm going to go from exactly that same low up to this high. One of the things you'll note as I extend this over to the right-hand side is the extension points, okay? Now, the first extension point, which was the 127, was actually met. And I'm going to rewind here. And if those of you have been kind of following along with us for this, for however long, when we got to that 127 extension, we actually encountered some resistance. We went up there, we pulled back, and held it for a couple of weeks, and then just continued to kind of, after spending about a month or so there, continued moving higher. What I'm expecting is as we approach this 1618 level, which is roughly somewhere between 1030, 1040, this is not an exact, it's not the exact number, but it's somewhere around there. I am expecting that we're going to find some resistance. So it's roughly around where we are right now. So somewhere between 1030 and 1130 and 1150, I do believe we're going to encounter some resistance. Now we're at this 1618 literally right now. So in a perfect world, the market would stop here and then sell off, but that's not always the case. What I am telling you is just watch these levels. If these levels can hold, then I do think we will begin to see a little bit of a pullback. I don't know how fierce it will be, but these levels tend to work out really, really well. The markets love to respect these Fibonacci numbers, hence these Fibonacci extensions. So the 1618 is a notorious level where you see a lot of market participants start to either relieve their position or take some of their positions off, and then you start seeing some shorts come in. One of the other things that you'll note as well is if I draw that line I initially drew from the low here up to that high before we pulled back, if I just copy the value of that leg, now I have the duplicate of that leg, you see that if I paste it where this started, that's pretty much putting us in that 1130 to 1150 level. So just keep an eye on that over the next several weeks. I think that if we can advance a little bit more, it won't be so easy to get through. Although I could be wrong and we could just blow through there and keep going higher. But it is a level where we notoriously see the market start to, hesitate and have some resistance. And given the circumstances and given how weak this sort of market has been, although we've continued to rally, it hasn't really been a fierce rally as we saw from March to June. Here it's just been very, very slow. And really anything that I feel like this market might be looking for an excuse to pull back. And right now, there hasn't been anything really significant. But if anything real significant comes into play, then I think we could see significant pullback. But at the end of the day, let the charts tell you what's going to happen. And right now, the charts haven't said anything except we are coming into some resistance. And I just would be aware of that. So hope that helps. And for those of you who will be at the webinar tomorrow, if you haven't signed up for it first, you can do so by going to our website, ratiotrading.com, and in the upper right-hand corner, as a matter of fact, let me pull it in. All right, so if you go to the upper right-hand corner of our website right here and click sign up for our live webinars, it'll take you to a page in which you can actually, if it'll load here. All right, so once it takes you to this page, you can scroll down here, and it says Wednesday, January 6th. That'll be tomorrow from 7:30 p.m. to 8:30. We'll probably run a little bit over Eastern, click on that link, fill out your name and email address, and you'll get login instructions. There'll also be a hyperlink right at the end of this video that will directly take you to this page, and we'll see you guys there. It's free. We'll be talking about what we do here at Ratio Trading, how we trade. We'll be looking at charts. We'll talk about the new Ratio Radar indicator that we've created, and we'll be offering some pretty cool stuff at the end. So we'll see you guys there, and we'll see you at the next video update.